So we're here at CES 2013 here at E-Ink. So what are you showing here?
I want to describe the E-Ink's technology very briefly for those folks that are not that familiar with our technology, and then we'll describe a lot of different products. E-Ink's technology is based on electrophoresis. It describes the motion of charged particles in a fluid. So we have an example here of a microcapsule which has black and white particles. By applying a voltage, we can switch the black or the white particle such that it goes to the top of this microcapsule. You look at the microcapsule from above, you'll see a white or black dot. And obviously, this is just a demo. In reality, this microcapsule is really micro. It is about the thickness of human hair. And within that, there are a lot of black and white pigment chips suspended in fluid. And we take these microcapsules, we make all of this in the state of Massachusetts, and they are literally like in buckets of ink, if you will, and we coat them on sheets of plastic. They are about yay wide, maybe as wide as this table, and we can go maybe 1 kilometer long. And we coat them on plastic and we cut them into different sizes. The size that you have here in your hand is a 6-inch diagonal display, and it is made for e-reader type applications. So we take this material and we can make 2 types of products with it. The first type of product is we laminate this material, the microcapsule coated sheet of plastic, to a TFT substrate. This is made of glass. Once you laminate it, you can now make a matrix display. You can see in the piece of glass here, there's Kapton Flex bonded that's got row and column drivers and a connector.
Show it closer to camera. It looks cool.
And once we laminate this, now we can add a protective layer on top. What this protective layer does is it has a hardness coat. It prevents the microcapsules from being impacted. It's got a UV protection. We've got a oleophobic coating where fingerprint oils and others will be repelled, and you won't see the smudges like you typically see in a lot of phones and tablet devices. We also have moisture barriers and so on. So there are a lot of different layers, and it comes in a package like this. We laminate all of this and we create a module. Once that module is created, it can go into an e-reader type device. So that is how the matrix displays are built. I'm also going to show you a segmented display where instead of a glass substrate, we can take the same E-Ink microcapsules, coat them on sheets of plastic which are made in rolls, and cut them into different shapes. You can see we've got some very unique shapes here. We can literally put a hole in the middle of the display. We actually have a practical application for it. We made a display with a hole. It's a donut shaped display that's used by our customer InView for a cabinet lock. We also can shape these display in different sizes. You can see there's a very small, narrow display for showing both capacity, memory capacity, as well as battery capacity. And what this allows our customers to do, the segmented displays, what we call the surf displays, is to not be constrained by rectangular shapes of traditional displays like LCD. You now can have the display shaped to match whatever end device that you're making. You can see we have made prototypes here of something that's got some very unique shapes. And obviously we can also make rectangular shaped displays, and they go into a number of different applications.
So when you're showing all these over here, it's not including the touchscreen yet, right?
Correct.
So this is just stuff that's on top of the E-Ink screen?
Correct. This will be the E-Ink display module when it's all assembled. The touchscreen, typically we use touchscreens either there's something that goes beneath the display like projected capacitance, or we can use IR or other screens where there's no layer on top. Basically the touchscreen sensors are off on the side.
But you do need to have something on top of the E-Ink. You cannot just have something that's just that.
Other than our protective layer, we can literally make e-ink displays like this, where you don't need anything on top, and the display will just work fine. In some applications, our customers have put a protective sheet or protected glass, but in most applications that is not desired. The e-ink material is very rugged and it won't break, so you don't need a protective layer on top of that.
So who makes then the capacitive or the touch? That's another company that takes that part, right?
E-Ink's parent company also makes different kinds of touchscreens, but we also source touchscreens from basically the touchscreen industry.